Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Madeline Sprigg. I'm so excited to host our first live stream event. Thank you all so much for attending, and we have some really exciting opportunities for you guys today. And I can't wait to see where you guys take this. First off, let's begin with an interview from our founder, Jeff Klein. Hey, how are you doing today, Jeff?
Very well, thanks for having me.
Good. Well, why don't you go ahead and start telling us a little bit about yourself today?
Well, I think what's most important for this conversation is my wife and I, 26 years of happily married, 4 kids, everything's going great. So the lifestyle of 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, has never been for me, and I think that's the one thing that's the most important to this conversation. Is I think people feel like they've gotten in a rut, or they feel like they have to work the Monday through Friday 9 to 5 lifestyle, and I'm here to say that I've been gainfully unemployed for 20 years and have been able to pay the bills, and my wife and I are able to travel and do the mission trips and do the things that we want to do because we've made the choice to not have that type of lifestyle. And so now we're at a point where we're really excited to give back and help people figure out ways to make income without actually having the 9 to 5 corporate job. I think smart people will engage with this. I think people who want to travel will engage with this. I think there's a lot of people that this is a really good fit for. I think there are people that have to do the 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, flip the burger job. Somebody has to do it, and there are people that are wired for it. But for those of you who just don't want to settle for that, or those that have the itch, look, start part time, try a couple things out. I mean, we're going to come up with plenty of opportunities for you to make money. So it's not about making money, it's about mixing your brain and your logic and your talent, and then the people that you know and the things that you do. I mean, how hard is it to go get your nails done and tell the salon owner, hey, I work with a company that does XYZ, that might be a good business fit for you. Takes 2 seconds in the conversation you're probably already having, and it potentially could be worth $300 or $400 to you. So work smarter, not harder. I know my father said that years and years ago to me, and I really didn't realize it until really the last few years, looking back at the lifestyle that we've chose and how it's given us the opportunity to do things that a lot of people wish they could do, and a lot of people can't because they're stuck to that 9 to 5 job. So I encourage you, if you've got the itch, at least listen to what we have to say. I'm not going to charge you anything. This isn't like, hey, I'm going to charge you $5 million to learn how to do this. This isn't that. This is, I'm looking to help people that want to help themselves. Look, if I can find 10 or 12 people and help them make an extra $100,000 a year, and I can make an extra $100,000 a year off of helping them without charging them a penny, why? It's just a win-win. We call it a rising tide lifts all boats around here. We want to help people help themselves. We want to introduce them to opportunities. It's up to them whether or not they do anything about it. We're not going to charge them an upfront fee. We're not going to charge them for training. We're not. That's not what we're about. We're about helping one another, because the only way we're going to win is to win together. And so I hope that we can find some people that will join our cause, that'll join what we're doing, that will really appreciate what we're doing, and be able to tell the same story a year from now or 2 years from now, that they've been able to change their life. So thank you for having me, and I'm super excited about what you guys are working on and how hard you're working, and you guys have done great. So thank you so much for that. I'll let you have what other questions that you might have for me.
Yeah, so can you tell me a little bit more about how random income will guide people as they start to join and start promoting these companies?
Absolutely, absolutely. So basically, it's just going to be the hub of where the opportunities are going to lie. So I and the business partners that I have, and my wife, and other joint ventures, and friends and family, have multiple businesses and multiple opportunities always in front of us. And so we have some success stories that have worked really, really well for us the last 20 years, and we're going to share those stories and give people access to those opportunities. And if they say yes and they lift their hand, we'll train them and coach them, and we'll get them with experts that can guide them down the path on how to take the least amount of time and make the most money with the energy that you put into it. This isn't a 10-week course on how to start a franchise. This is, here's some opportunities. The logic is, you log into our system, you see an opportunity, you learn about the opportunity, and if you are at a Christmas party or you're at a Thanksgiving party and you're talking to someone that the opportunity matches, you just share the story. And if they become a client or whatever, there's an economic value for that referral, for that connection. So it's not like you're out knocking door to door trying to sell stuff. I mean, you will get paid for the more you do, the more you're going to get paid. That's just the way the world works. So if you don't believe that, then this is probably not, a good conversation for you to be in. Um, but if I can put you in front of opportunities and business owners who are willing to pay you for your time just by being smart, because you could literally in an afternoon have three conversations about three different businesses if you're just listening. And that's the key. You have to listen to what other people are saying and help them answer the questions they have and help them fix their needs. And the more you serve people, the more you help people, the more this will actually work for you. And so if you are someone who has a big heart, if you're someone who loves to share and grow, if you if you like to help people, then this is definitely a good fit. And again, like I said, we're not going to try to charge you money to be part of what we're doing. I mean, we will make money if you make money. Point blank, that's why we're doing this. But that's just kind of the way the world works. So know that we're here to help you. We've got a whole team, Madeline and Trayton and Kim, and everybody's here to help. So we want to take our last 20 years of failures and successes and help other people do the same thing and take advantage of the opportunities that are available to them.
Yeah. Are there any limitations that we should be aware of up front? Like, can we do this anywhere in the world, internationally? Is there a limit of how much income we can make in a week?
So the opportunities are going to be limited to the ones that are available. We will only let people into opportunities once they've kind of proven. Like, we can't let you have all the opportunities right off the bat. Some opportunities are a little bit easier to talk about than others. But as you start to prove yourself, the opportunities will open themselves up. And I'm personally looking for two or three people that really want to come in and take it to the next level with me. And again, I'm not going to charge for that or anything, but we do live in an economy or a world or an ecosystem that people who help other people tend to make more money. People who are friendly and are outgoing and personable tend to make more money. It's because they're willing to ask the questions and they're willing to listen. And so we'll teach you some of these things, all at no cost to you, and then we'll connect you with these opportunities. So really, it's not you're working 5 hours a day. It's you're living life, you're traveling, you're doing whatever it is you're doing. And as you start having conversations with people, you interject an opportunity that you've learned from what we do. And there could be 10 or 20 or 30 opportunities that over time you learn about. And not every one opportunity is right for everybody. But if you get two or three opportunities a week and you make $300 every time you do one, that's $60,000 or $70,000 a year working part time. So that's what this is. So can you make as much as you want? Yes. Obviously, the more success you have, the more you're going to make. Are you going to make millions and millions and millions? Well, you could, but that's not. This is a good income, so you can actually live life and not be a slave to the 9 to 5 corporate job. So if you want part of that, then that's you log into the system, you see the opportunities, you match the opportunities with conversations that you have with people throughout your day. There's not a lot of you should be able to within a few hours get the gist of what we're doing and try it a couple times and have some successes, and that will drive you for like, ooh, what are the other opportunities? So that's how it's going to work.
And with each opportunity, we do plan on providing training and the education you need to be able to sell these products and sell these businesses.
Absolutely. So everything will probably be attached to, like you said, a product, a business, a service, something that there's obviously economic value, and it adds value to somebody so they're willing to spend money on it. So yes, there'll be full training. Every opportunity we bring in will have some sort of, we'll do guest speakers, we'll do trainers. They'll follow up with you. They'll help you be the best that you can be because they too are part of the team and they're incentivized. The more everybody does, it's a rising tide lifts all boats. So the more they do, the more we'll all do together. And there'll be systems and tools, and there'll be opportunities where we'll provide some referrals to people so they can maybe go meet with people in their local area. I mean, we want to build an ecosystem that is geared towards success. So we'll do all we can to make that happen.
Thank you so much for coming on, Jeff. I appreciate it talking to us about random income.
Awesome. Thanks for your time. Have a great day.
Thanks. Okay, without further ado, I want to go ahead and introduce JP. I have the honor of introducing him today. He is the president of JAC Consulting, a company that teaches other companies how to fully utilize LinkedIn's live event tool. Today, he's going to be introducing Boostable, a newer company interested in teaching you guys and promoting you guys promote them. As JP talks, I'll be monitoring the chat. If you have any questions, send them in there. We have reserved time at the end for me to ask JP all of your questions. So here's JP and Boostable.
Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you. I'm glad you're taking a few minutes today. So I'm going to go through this. I'm going to share you a few slides. I'm going to kind of explain to you how the product works. But I want to ask you a question to start. If you're thinking about, from a business standpoint, a new customer comes into your business, whether it's an online business, whether it's a brick and mortar business, but a brand new person comes in who hasn't worked with you before. Where do you think that person, from a marketing standpoint, where was the most powerful opportunity to bring that person in? So, and put some answers in here so I can kind of see what people thinking. Are you thinking about, an email marketing, or you were doing live phone calls? What do you think is the best way to bring in a new client into your business? Where does that come from? No typing. That's okay. That's okay. So there's all kinds of marketing, right? There's LinkedIn marketing, there's Facebook marketing, there's all kinds of social media, there's phone calls, there's emails. But most people are going to agree that the absolute best new customer comes from a referral, right? It comes from one of my customers telling you about my business, and then that person wants to do business with me. It's the best customer that there is. Well, that's what we're selling. That's the product that we're selling, except them telling one person, they're telling thousands of people. That's the benefit of Boostable, is being able to let the biggest resource that you have as a business tell everybody else about your business. That is business reviews, right? Google reviews, Angie's List, Better Business Bureau, Yelp. It doesn't matter. There are hundreds of review sites. Google is one of the best, obviously. But that's what Boostable is. A business owner, regardless of what it is, and you hear of all the big ones on Google, restaurants and dentists and doctors and whatever. But this is for SEO, for website, for nail salons, people that don't necessarily capture data. There's opportunities for them. But when you're out and about and you're talking to a business, I'm going to be honest, there isn't a single business that this isn't a benefit for, because you're talking about utilizing the best resource you have, happy customers. That's what we're talking about, the opportunity to grow your business with your customers that already like you and do business with you. Think about this for a second. How many of you have been to a place just this last week? I don't care if it's a restaurant, maybe it's a clothing store, maybe it's a hardware store, maybe it was a contractor that you liked, that you were happy, you did whatever. How many of you gave them a review? It's probably pretty small, right? The first reason is they don't ask, right? They don't ask. And so how do we get that? Well, that's what we've created. We've created a program to allow them an easy opportunity to get those customers that they have to give them reviews. So if you could let me share my screen, Madeline. So I'm going to give you a couple statistics here. I'm going to go through a couple slides, and then I'm actually going to show you the software so you can see how easy it is to use. But, it's just like I said, people trust what other people say over what a business says about themselves. And so instead of you just telling a couple of your friends, why not have that opportunity of what you like telling everybody that's looking? And there is a ton of people looking, and I'm going to show you that in a second. But here's some huge statistics. Customer reviews can increase conversions. That's new sales, 270%. Just from the current people that already do business with you. That's not even talking about those people coming back. 92% of consumers will hesitate to buy if there's no reviews. So if they've got a Google profile and they're on there looking and you don't have any reviews, or you only have a small amount, 92% of those people are going to be less likely to buy from you. 97% report that reviews influence their decisions. 84% trust the online reviews because those are people that they know they're real people. And Google's done a really good job of taking out the fake stuff. So the reviews that you see on there are real stuff. 90% of consumers refuse to patronize businesses with negative reviews, right? So if you've got a 2.5 or a 3-star rating next to the company that's got a 5-star or 4.5-star, guess who's going to win every single time? They're not going to go to those little people. And then, of course, the other big one is 75% of people trust businesses when they're seeing positive reviews. So these are some powerful statistics that show how reviews have a major impact on what we're doing in life today. And COVID has really kind of changed that even more. There was a report last year, 87% of people bought toys and presents online. This year, the estimate is 97% of people will use online to buy stuff for Christmas. That's huge. 10% in 1 year, that's monster huge. But this isn't going to change, right? We're not moving away from this. Companies have gotten better and better about having online stores. My girlfriend buys her nail stuff. She has 2 or 3 places she goes to. She buys it online first. She searches that. They look for coupons, they look for deals, and they're looking. So wherever it is you're thinking about, reviews work for every one of those types of businesses. Now, in the map of Google, you get to see, and this is from a local or regional or even national or even international. If you know you're going to Cancun, you can look ahead of time of what kinds of things are around where you're going to be. And this is what they see. And this is where we talk about, who are you going to buy from? Are you going to buy from the doctor who has a 3.8 rating of 96? Or are you going to buy from the doctor who has a 4.5, right? What about real estate? Again, how many people meet real estate agents every day? Look at this one here, 43 at 4.5, not bad. 199 at 4.9, 125 at 4.9. This person, out of 200 people, probably 3 of those people gave them less than 5 stars. That's powerful. He's going to get the business. Insurance, same thing. 78, 5.0, 78 people that he serviced. Look at this guy, 205 people. Every single one gave him a 5-star rating. Who do you think's getting more customers walking in the door? The guy who has 23 or the guy who has 205, or girl? Another one, HVAC. But let me show you this. I'm going to show you something right now. This is live. So let's look at nail salons. This is in the past 4 hours in Nashville, people that are on the internet looking for salons. Right there. Look at that number. It's huge. If you have a great rating, who do you think is going to capture a lot of this business? They're looking. They don't know who they want yet. What about, well, we know restaurants are a big one. What about, I don't think I've looked up nail. Is it nail salon? I don't know what that is. Oh, there it is. Nail salons. Again, these are all the people in the last 4 hours in the Nashville area that were online looking for nail salons. There's 48 people. There's over 100 people because it tops out at 100. There is another 43 people. These are all people in the last 4 hours. So I think you can see, and you always can go look at this yourself. You can show this to a business owner live. You go into a business and you're talking to them, you pull up your iPad and you can show them, these are how many people were looking for your type of business just the last 4 hours. I mean, we don't even need to go into the last 12 months. Just look at the last 4 hours. How much business are they going to get because they have a powerful business reviews program going on for their business? Now, there is reputation management to talk about. That's when you can write something bad about somebody, right? And it's really hard to get that off there. There's only 4 opportunities that Google gives you to get rid of negative reviews. One, if it's inappropriate or inflammatory, you can flag it. If they'll look at it, remove it. You can actually, because you'll see who the customer was who gave the review. If you're the owner, you can try to work it out yourself, see if they'll change it or remove it. Google has a tweet account, and you can talk to them about trying to get it on there. Generally, they're just going to refer you to the 4 options. And then, of course, it's illegal or slanderous. A lawyer can have it removed. Google will honor if you're going to sue somebody or something. That's it. That's all there is. Well, what if there was a way, we call it the picket fence, that the only reviews that the business owner is going to get is 4 and 5-star reviews. Anything that is a 2 or 3-star or 1-star actually goes back to the owner. He can try to deal with it himself, but the person gets to vent. I was unhappy. My pizza was cold. The waiter was rude. They didn't have any Parmesan cheese, and I'm going to write something bad about it. Well, I get to vent. I get to vent my frustrations. I give you a 2-star, but it doesn't go to the internet. It only goes back to the owner, and he can try to fix it. Maybe he gives me a coupon or something next time. So I think what you see is the opportunity of getting them only positive stuff coming in, protecting their reputations. And then the other thing is SEO, free SEO. Google gives a 15% boost on reviews. So if you are a business that is bringing in regular reviews and they're coming to the internet, Google's going to move you to the top of the page. And if they keep coming in, they leave you at the top of the page. So as you have a regular inflow of reviews all the time, you move up to the top of the page and you stay there. And that's just part of the system for Google. So it's a terrific opportunity. Our system, Boostable, works with everything, not just Google. Any place that has a review site we can log into, whether it's an open site or a closed site. We have contractors who use Angie's List a lot. Now, you can't find a business on Angie's List unless you're registered on Angie's List. So we can use closed sites as well, but there are dozens of open sites. So it's up to the client what they want to use. And then we also have a couple other little neat programs. So let's say you're a business that doesn't collect any data, right? You don't collect emails. You literally, they give you $5 and you pay. I mean, my son, he's 13, he gets a haircut. It's like, I don't know, $17 for a haircut nowadays. But as you can see, I save a lot of money on haircuts. But for companies, businesses that don't have that data collection, we have 2 options for them. One, we call it the kiosk mode. They can put a laptop computer or maybe an iPad, and it can be literally logged into their review program, and the client standing there can literally type in their review. Restaurants use this a lot with our QR code. So we built a QR code system. Then, you know how the restaurants sometimes have the little table tents on there? Well, the waitress says, please make sure when she's bringing the check for dessert, right? Not in the beginning. And she says, if you would, please make sure you give us a quick review. You just scan your phone and you can give us a review. It'll take you literally 10 seconds. And restaurants blow up with this. And restaurants are a huge opportunity. If you have an opportunity to sit in front of the manager or the owner and talk to them, this is a laydown. This is one of those programs where it's so simple and it's so powerful for them. Now, for certain businesses, we actually have clients who have a takeout type service, like an Uber Eats, but it's just a local thing. Well, he basically gives the restaurant, he prints them off himself, QR code stickers. And whenever he delivers something for the restaurant, he just throws a QR code on it. And lets the person know when he delivers the food, please make sure you give us a review. Restaurants, again, huge. Food trucks, huge food trucks. We have a food truck that signed up a month ago. He put a big giant QR code on the side of his trailer or food truck. And when they delivered the food, the girl said, make sure you scan the QR code and give us a review. It'll really help us. In 1 month, he told me that they probably served 350 sandwiches. 260 people gave him a positive review. He's now number 1 in Nashville in the area for that stuff, for his type of food truck. It's a powerful opportunity. We give you all kinds of tools within the system. We actually partnered with Zapier. Now, we don't get a lot of customers to use this, but you can actually completely automate the program. And what I mean is, let's say you're a business that uses QuickBooks. So you send your bills and your invoices, whatever, through QuickBooks. You don't actually do anything else. When somebody wants to buy something, you log in and you send them that. Every time you do that, our system can take over and automatically send the reviews. And we have some really other neat little features within the system. We're not going to try to do a training here. I just want to kind of give you that overview and then we'll answer questions. This is a portal for a customer. This is what they have. So all they have to do to put in an email for review is type in the email. Boom. That's it. They've already sent a review request. That's it. It's that fast. Now, within the system, we've got all kinds of other little tidbits for them. So their email thing. So again, you can set how often they're reminded. If they haven't given you a review yet, we have obviously the branding. We put their logo in their stuff. Within the system itself, there's an internal form. When they don't give you a 4 or 5 star review, you can say whatever you want. And this is actually HTML, so they can put in really nice emails. There's the kiosk mode they can set up. And then we have follow-up emails. So here's the request email. You can say whatever you want, the way it looks for them, that when they get the review to send in, this is what they get, a thank you. When they give a positive review, again, you can put anything in here they want. If they get a bad review, we have a follow-up system every 7 days. If they haven't responded, we ask them again until they tell us to stop. And then we have a loyalty email, and you can program in how often you want those people to get another email thanking them and giving them a coupon or something. There is a way to track everything. It allows them to see all their clients, what they've been rating, how often they're getting the rating, what their rating is from all the clients they put in. There's a ton of stuff on this. It's very, very simple for them to use. So the program itself is simple. The opportunity for the business is huge. It's absolutely monster huge what they get out of this. And our pricing, this is an $80 billion business worldwide. And I think you're going to see that our pricing is very, very competitive to some of the other companies out there. Madeline, why don't we open it up for questions? That's about the presentation I think we need to talk about. I can't hear you, Madeline.
Sorry about that. So I'm going to go ahead and bring our director of operations on, Trey Armstrong, to join us during this question time as well.
Hi, guys.
Okay, so JP, how many of these do you roughly sell a day, do you think?
With our agents out there, we're probably selling, well, I mean, a day is hard, but I can tell you that we sold 700 last 2 months, 700 accounts.
That's awesome. And you've seen that your agents have gone out and actually made profit from doing this and interacting and networking in their daily life.
Oh, well, there's nothing for them to pay to sell it. They just get paid to sell it. And like I said, and I really mean this, there's not a lot of products, there's not a lot of services where you can actually say this benefits everybody. There isn't a single business that can come to me and say business reviews from my current customers are no benefit to my business. It doesn't exist. So like I said, now do some benefit more than others? Sure. Businesses that have a lot more volume of clients have a much higher rate of getting that large number to come up there. But the business that brings in 20 people a month, those are 20 people telling thousands about how good they are. It's a benefit to every single business that exists.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time today, JP. And I have included the link to sign up for Selling Boostable in the chat. We will also send a message through LinkedIn and email if you are interested. And we plan on hosting a lot more events like this and introducing you to more companies that want to use the power of your networking so you can make as much money as possible. So be on the lookout for those if you enjoyed this. Again, thank you all so much, and I hope to be working with you guys soon.
Good to meet y'all.
See you, everybody.